Let me just make something clear first. Taking I don't know as a yes, saying it out loud like it's some kind of cute, hesitant agreement, that's not consent. It's just not. This is not going to be a full review of perfect 10 liners. I just have a lot of things to say about episode 15. Mainly, what the hell was that? Why in 2025 are we spouting dangerous message about consent and trauma resolution? I wouldn't know. Why are we even showing a scene on talking about consent when we are not going to show the right message anyway? I don't know why this still have to be said in 2025, but here we are. Showing vague consent in a BL series geared towards young adults, mostly girls, is not just a bad writing choice, it's actively harmful. You are normalizing the idea that hesitation is just a prelude to agreement, that persistence is romantic, and that a yes can be fished out of uncertainty. It can't. Young audiences absorb these messages whether you like it or not. BL already shapes expectations of romance and intimacy. If you're going to throw in a scene about consent, you better get it right. And it's not that hard. We just have to be mindful. Yota does not need to say the line, I don't know means yes. He could have just asked again. It's that simple. There are a million ways to build emotional depth that does not involve making coercion looks like love. Because that was it was. It was emotional coercion. Gon said we shouldn't be doing anything intimate because we are not yet in a clear cut relationship. And Yota said, okay, let's be boyfriends. Gon said, I don't know about the sex. And Yota said, that means yes. I won't ask again. Am I the only one who feels the ick right now about the scene? And let's not get started on how this plays in real world dynamics. You know what happens when you show a scene where character pushes forward despite uncertainty? You teach viewers, especially young girls, that being unsure, hesitant, or reluctant isn't a valid no. That it's just a step before giving in. And that's dangerous. That's how people end up in situations they never truly agreed to. It's not that hard. Show clear, enthusiastic consent. Has anyone ever heard of enthusiastic consent? Show characters who respect boundaries. Show that real romance doesn't mean breaking someone down until they say yes. It means making sure they want to say it in the first place. If Yota just asked once again and Gon said, I don't know again, why are you asking again? I could have accepted that Gon was just shy. First times are embarrassing moments. It's not really romantic. There will be a lot of fumbling and talking about boundaries might not be something comfortable to do in the moment. And people will think it'll destroy the moment or the atmosphere. It's better to get over the embarrassment of talking about what's on the table and what's not, rather than being in a position you did not fully consent to. Take it from me. Mother knows best. The second part of this rant is exposure as trauma resolution. That's right. No one told me Yota is such an expert in exposure therapy. Here I thought he's an engineering student. Let me just make something clear first. Forcing someone into their trauma is not therapy. It's not healing. It's just cruel. Did someone actually think that forcing Gun, who has a crippling fear of dark, inside the pitch black shed where the trauma started, is a powerful moment of love and growth? Spoiler, it's not. It's reckless, it's harmful, and it's completely misrepresents how trauma works. Exposure therapy? Yeah, sure, that's a real thing. But do you know what it doesn't involve? Trapping someone in their worst nightmare with zero preparation and hoping for the best. Trauma resolution isn't about shoving someone straight into their pain and expecting a miraculous breakthrough. It's about safety, support, and control. Three things this scene completely ignores. And what message that is sent to the audience that if someone you love has a deep, paralyzing fear, The best thing you can do is force them to face it head on, whether or not they're ready. That trauma isn't something that needs time, understanding, and actual coping mechanisms, but something you can just get over with if the right person pushes you hard enough. That's a dangerous message. That's how real people get hurt. If you want to tell a story about healing, then tell the story about healing. Slow progress. Show struggle. Show support that actually helps instead of re traumatizing the person. But don't act like exposure without consent is some grand romantic gesture. Because in real life, that's not love. That's just another kind of harm. I cannot believe that only friends and kidnap will have a better representation of trauma resolution. Kidnap and only friends, really? The bar is on the floor. I'm not even going to talk about the mommy issues that got resolved in less than 30 minutes. Mommy issues that left three brothers with commitment issues. I am tired. I was so looking forward to Yota and Guns part of Perfect Ten Liners. I'm not a big Force and book fan, but I cannot believe that I have a new appreciation of Arm and Arc. Arc sent Arm to the ER because of road rage, and I feel like they have a better storyline than Yota and Gon. Don't get me wrong, I love Yota's character. He's very complex, and Gon's character definitely complements him. That's a great dynamic right there. But this episode 15 just totally ruins the whole thing for me, unfortunately. Santa and Pert's chemistry are definitely great. It feels so organic to see them on screen. I just hope that this storyline that they have was dealt properly. I know a lot of people was complaining about how Yota is hurting Gon by making him wait or misleading him. But actually, this is a similar setup with My Love Mix-Up. Ida or Kongtap initially does not know if he likes Aoki or Atom, so they agreed to talk to each other and date so that Kongtap can figure out himself. That's just My Love Mix-Up is just a healthier version of this. But it's basically the same. That's how you figure out how you like someone. You talk to them and you date them. How Yota went about it is just his trauma response, unfortunately, which is fine. It makes his character that more interesting to watch because he has a lot of gray areas. And then episode 15 happened. And like I said, I am tired. Let me go back to watching The Heart Killers and I need a drink. Bye bye.